Hello to my party people out there in radio land. Welcome to this week's transmission. Today we are talking about how to enhance your intuition. How to enhance your intuition. Maybe you can use it to find things that are lost, quote unquote. Tying that into the last week's transmission, right? Try to keep it look cohesive a little bit around these parts. Okay, so the easiest way to enhance your intuition is to be quiet. Yeah, like that. To be quiet. No meditation music, no alerts, no devices, no background noise. To be completely quiet. To be completely still. Right? And to be in a relaxed state. Right? So these things are easier said than done, right? It's like, okay, that's, if it was that easy, then why doesn't everybody do it? Well, it is, because most people have trouble being silent and being still, right? And that's, of course, by design too. The powers that be don't want you to tap into your intuition. They don't want you to go with what your gut is telling you, right? Because that's how you empower yourself. That's how you live to be your greatest version. That's how you live for greatness. That's how you follow your purpose, right? That's how you make your dreams come true. So there's definitely a reason why many people are unable to tap into their intuition, right? Because of the distractions that exist intentionally in our world. So pay attention to numbers. That's another way to enhance your intuition. Because a lot of times they say, like, okay, when I started my spiritual awakening or my dark night of the soul, I didn't know about angel numbers or anything like that. So once I found out about it, of course, something in your vibration, you pay more attention to it. So then I started paying more attention to them, right? And I started learning what they mean, right? Things like that. But what I realized was the angel numbers had always been around me. I just wasn't aware of them, right? So I found a receipt from a move that I made to another country recently. And I looked at it and I saw all of these angel numbers that I didn't notice them at the time because I wasn't aware of angel numbers. But in retrospect, I'm like, wow. So I was being encouraged and I didn't even know it, right? Which means that information was already there, right? I just wasn't on the level yet. So with that being said, I would encourage you to, even before you have truly tapped into your full intuitive abilities, to start paying attention to numbers now, right? Because the universe likes feedback. It likes to give you feedback, and it likes for you to give it feedback, right? It's very playful. The more that you acknowledge something and you give your attention to something, the more it comes back to you, especially if it's good. The universe loves to delight and surprise you, right? If I'm looking at the sky and I'm like, oh, it's pink, wow. And then it'll just get more and more pink. It's like the universe like, look, oh, you like this? Look, right? So it's the same with numbers. If you start paying attention to number patterns and sequences now, today, before you even, are truly tapped into your intuitive abilities, then you will become more intuitive, and the number patterns the numbers will start to take patterns, right? They will start to take shape, and you'll start to notice them more, right? So they may start off random, but the more you pay attention, the more the universe sees that you are paying attention, right? You're trying to learn something, the more it will give you, like, oh, I see that you're paying attention to numbers now. Okay, now I'm going to give you this. Now I'm going to give you this. Just to encourage you, right? To strengthen your relationship to even the universal energies. So music is a big one with enhancing your intuition, both internal and external. Now, a lot of people say, like, well, I guess you have different gifts. So I'm clairaudient, right? So messages come through me through sound and through songs. A lot of people on the internet talk about this clairaudience, and they're like, yeah, if I am discouraged or if I need assistance or guidance, universal guidance, I'll hear a song on the radio. And that's true. It does happen that way a lot of times, right? You just have to be open to the transmission. But what a lot of people don't mention is that clairaudience is also an internal phenomenon, right? So maybe you will hear a song in your head and you don't know why, right? A song that you haven't heard for years. You're like, for some reason I woke up singing this. That's it, right? That is your intuition talking to you. You are tapped into it, right? Anytime you hear something random or you hear something that catches your ear, even though it seems illogical, right? You wake up singing a song, that you haven't heard in 10 years, or, humming a song that you don't know the words to, right? Look up the lyrics. It's a message in that, right? That's a way of enhancing your intuition. Visions, right? So people talk about, they want to be on some NASA rave and stuff. Like, oh yeah, I just had a flash. I saw everything that was going to happen. Usually visions don't work that way. It ain't that cut and dry. The universe is a trickster, right? So rarely will you have 100% clear visions, and rarely will they be complete. So with visions, it's something that, again, you have to hone. It's a skill that you have to hone, right? It's usually flashes of a color while you're thinking about something else, right? Or while you're not paying attention. See, that's the thing with intuition. It's extremely soft. It's extremely quiet, right? It does not make a lot of noise unless provoked, right? That's why you got to go to it, right? It don't come to you because you ain't paying attention. You have to go to it, and the way to get to it is by being silent, by being still, right? By being attentive, right? That's you going to your intuition. So the visions, again, can come. You could be watching something on TV and, see a flash of something, or think that you saw something that wasn't there, right? That's not subliminal messaging. That's a vision, right? Bending over to tie your shoe and, thinking that, having a flash of, seeing a spider near your foot, right? Stuff like that, where it's like, there's no spider. That could mean something. Look up the meaning of spiders, right? It could mean something completely different and completely major for your life. But you don't know because you're just thinking, oh, it's just a spider. Or it's logical that I would think that I saw a spider near my foot. I'm outside, right? So animals, insects, everything has a meaning. Feathers, finding coins on the ground, all of that has a meaning. Look this stuff up, right? That is all ways of the universe talking to you. When you acknowledge these things, when you tap into these things, these physical things, the non-physical becomes more readily available to you. You become more intuitive. When you see a feather on the ground and know that that is a message from your angels, right? You are enhancing your intuition. Your subconscious mind, right? With a lot of people engage in automatic writing, right? Just sitting down and just letting their hand, it's kind of like doodling, but only with words. Whatever comes to you, don't think about it, just sit down and write. And then walk away from it and, give it a few hours. Some people say even 24 hours, come back to it and then read and try to discern the patterns, right? The colors, anything that you said, no judgment. That's your subconscious. Tapping into your subconscious can happen automatically if you allow it, right? So if you're walking or driving or jogging or riding a bike, just following your feet, just going wherever your body takes you, right? Not aimlessly wandering, right? You're not wandering. You're just following your intuition. You just don't realize that. You're just going wherever you feel called without overthinking it. Eating whatever your body craves, right? That's a way of listening to your inner self and tapping into your intuition, right? I made a joke about something, being addicted to something like a condiment or something, I don't know. And I remember thinking, like, I just said it jokingly, like, haha, I think it's keeping me alive, right? As a joke on myself. And all these years, I finally make this joke. I just secondhand off the collar, and about 2 days later, information came to me. I did not research it. I had no reason to research it. That there's an ingredient inside this condiment that is helpful for treating the ailments that I battled with as a kid. Who knew? Who knew? Even when I joked about it, I didn't know. But yes, I did, right? On some level, I had to have. And once I acknowledged that, the information found me. So it's like, wow, I was right. My body craved that because it was using it to heal itself. And I didn't even know that. People around me didn't know. I couldn't have told an adult that. Like, they thought oh, you're joking, you're crazy. Right? So cravings, if your body is craving something. Now, again, going to the transmission with holes, that could go both ways. So you can say, I'm craving sugar. I'm craving something that's bad for me, quote unquote, that's not healthy for my body, right? That could be something different. That could be your soul trying to tell you that it's incomplete, that it's unwhole, that there are some things that need to be healed, right? And it's just reaching out to whatever is there to get your attention, right? It's going to pull, if it's dirt around you, fill the hole with dirt, fill it with rocks. It's going to pull whatever's there. So that could also be a reason why you're having cravings, which may not be in your best interest, which may be unhealthy. Pay attention to your actions, right? Things that you do. Road rage, that's a big one. Why do people have road rage? It almost never has anything to do with the person outside of you. It's always you, some issues that you need to heal, right? Things that you say, good or bad. Your actions, your desires tell you about your internal state and thus connect you to your intuition, right? What do you want? What do you want? What do you do? What do you think about when nobody's watching, when nobody's around, right? What do you secretively desire, right? All of those things are ways for your intuition to speak to you and through you, right? It ain't always gonna be just a voice from above, a booming voice like, this is your conscience speaking, right? Nah. It don't even work that way, right? And if it did, would you trust, right, a disembodied voice like coming through the dark? No, you wouldn't. So those are just my personal tidbits of getting you better able to tap into your intuition as a highly intuitive person. So I hope it helps somebody out there. Have a great week. Summer. Thank you for listening. Love, live, light, laughter. Bye.